Club Ethis is the world's first ethical and shari'ah compliant real estate crowdfunding platform. So what we do is essentially we bring our crowd, our members, to invest in real estate together. And the main or the key attraction, one of the main things that we do is we do real estate development together with our crowd. So we call it collective real estate development. Right? So in Indonesia, which is our focus market, we have a real estate development company, and this development company has direct ownership of the assets, and the funding for this development comes partially or mainly from our crowd. So once the development is done, or as we go along the stages of development and we sell, then the profits from that sale is shared again with the crowd. Yeah? So basically, in a nutshell, what we do is we allow our members, who are ordinary people, to invest in real estate development, which is something the rich have been doing for a long time. There are quite a few that came together at the same time. Well, firstly, I was myself personally and some of my partners, we were based in Indonesia for a long time. And while we were in Indonesia, we saw that the real estate market was highly profitable, and there was a lack of supply of residential as well as hospitality units. So based on that and seeing our friends in Indonesia doing very well in the real estate business, we were inspired to try to get involved in the industry. So we started by bringing our friends, our personal network, to invest in Indonesia with us. So that was one side of it. On the other hand, we also want to create a more equitable ecosystem where normal individuals can involve or partake in high quality investments. So when we came across crowdfunding about 3 years ago, we decided, or we realized it's something that fits very well with our objective of sharing profits with people around us. So that's how we started, and slowly grew to where we are today. Right. In Indonesia, which is our focus, real estate is not as expensive, or not expensive yet, compared to, let's say, of course, Singapore, even Malaysia and Thailand. The quantum is low. So we felt that this kind of quantums were suitable for crowdfunding. Right, the range of maybe 2 to 5 million is something per project, is something that crowdfunding has the capacity to provide for. Right. But the main reason, aside from the numbers, is that we want to have more people involved. We want to get the crowd, the community, those who are looking for ethical and Sharia compliant investments. We want to bring them direct to the opportunity, instead of going through different structures or going through the capital markets where there are costs involved. Of course, over here there are costs also, but they are going direct. So what we want to do is to establish this system where small or medium-sized investors can go direct to the opportunity, and crowdfunding enables us to do that by using technology. Right, we are just 1 year old. So in our first year, we've accomplished slightly double, around double of what we initially planned for, or we targeted. So our growth has been good, and what we're looking at is we are looking to expand our reach. Firstly, from the member side, we expand the membership globally. That's on one side, and the other thing is to focus on, of course, larger projects, which will have a combination of institutional funds, crowdfunding, as well as maybe large private investors. So what we want to do is we want to do really big projects with high quality, and it is shared with the crowdfunding community and supplemented by other sources. So we feel that will make the system more sustainable, because of course crowdfunding, as beautiful as the concept is, we need to have, for big projects to materialize, we need to have a stable or a fixed source of funding. Right? So crowdfunding comes in at the initial stage, and also maybe at a later stage to supplement this funding. Indonesia is huge. We've had people asking us to expand to many different countries, to explore, let's say, Cambodia and Laos, which are very interesting, or to go to more mature markets in the region like Australia. But to us, the returns that you can get in Indonesia right now is something that we cannot find elsewhere. And Indonesia is huge. It will take many years for us to fully cover the country. All right. We have a very interesting first mover advantage, right? Being ethical and also Sharia compliant. So right now in the Sharia compliant and ethical space in crowdfunding, there are very few or maybe even no competitors, right? General crowdfunding, yes, but real estate crowdfunding, there's none. Although we are aware of a few that are starting. So we are definitely unique right now, and our challenge now is to ensure that we continue to remain unique, but not just unique for the sake of being unique, but being relevant to the changing market. We were a lean startup, and right now we still consider ourselves a lean startup, so we will always adapt and evolve to the market conditions to provide the best quality investments or opportunities to our members. Alright, crowdfunding is still taking baby steps in Asia, and there are a few new companies that are growing very fast, and what I feel needs to be done is greater consolidation. More crowdfunding platforms need to come together, need to work together, because it's a new or infant industry. It takes time for the industry to mature, and for it to mature faster, it takes teamwork between the key players in the market. So we are quite glad that quite a number of platforms have been very receptive to us, and we are working with a few different crowdfunding platforms right now, and that needs to continue, and that needs to move even faster. The people need to be aware of the risks involved in crowdfunding as well as the opportunities, because it's something quite new. We want to maintain the integrity of the industry, so we need to be careful, and people need to know how to see how to identify proper crowdfunding platforms, because eventually when crowdfunding continues to grow, there may be a few bad hats here and there who may try to do things that are not above board. So a lot more awareness needs to be done to the public also, so that they can identify the quality crowdfunding platforms. It will definitely take off. It's not even a matter of time, it's already taking off, right? And the growth has been quite fast based on general observation. But again, I don't have access to statistics. I feel that it is something natural because in Asia we are very community based. So when communities come together, they want to do something productive, right? Be it whether it's investing or whether it's to fund startups, or whether it's reward based or social based. It is a natural fit for Asia, right? The thing is, Asians need some time maybe to warm up to new concepts, right? But the way the internet is today, things spread very quickly. Our own experience is our membership grew organically, word of mouth, from member to member to member, with very little marketing. Today we are reaching about 1,000 members already. So yeah, that's not too bad for a start, and that shows that there is this interest and demand for crowdfunding in Asia.